So we would like to talk about the tuition fees and if the people in America think it's too expensive or not. Do you think?
Well, I think in certain states in the United States, it's cheaper to go to school, and like for example, in California, it's really expensive to go to school.
Okay.
That's because everything's expensive in California.
Everything's expensive in California. The living cost is really expensive, but I mean, I wasn't born in California. I was born in like another state in the America. So over there, it's a lot cheaper and like things are less expensive and stuff. Especially like, I guess there's more like financial aid for students over there than compared to like California.
Okay.
But do you have scholarships? Many scholarships, or do you think it's not enough for to pay the tuition in the US?
I think we get a good amount of them, but sometimes the requirements are a little strict. So sometimes you don't get them all the money you need. Sometimes you get a little bit, but not as much as you need, maybe. But that's only from people I've talked to. I know a lot of people that are on scholarship, and like they're like, yeah, I get enough money, it's great. But then there are people that are like, no, I couldn't get in because these requirements I didn't meet them. So it matters.
Okay. Okay. We want to do a PowerPoint file for our presentation, and we need your help.
Okay.
Because we are thinking about to do a survey in here in the city, and I don't know what is the best thing to do for the presentation. I mean, the PowerPoint and another. I don't know what else to do.
What kind of presentation is it? Like,
sorry.
What kind of presentation is it? Like, what are you guys presenting?
It's supposed to last 10 minutes, and we have to present our topic, so the American educational system. And so we were thinking about a PowerPoint to show, for example, the ranking of the best universities in America and in Finland, and the tuition fees for both countries, and also what people think about both educational systems. But to do the survey, the problem is that there are not that many American people here.
Uh-huh.
So really complicated.
Do you have anything, Aaron, to say about that?
I'm trying to think of how we can do this.
Or maybe do you have a better idea?
Yeah. We can do many things for this presentation. I mean, or video, or a song, or whatever you.
I mean, well, Alex, could they just send us the file and we could follow along while they talk about it?
That's. I think that's good. Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah. So then it'd be like you're giving us the PowerPoint presentation.
And we can go like follow through each step or each like question you ask us.
Okay.
Something like that. Did you just want to send the file to us or send like the?
Yeah, well, we have to do it.
I mean, like
really do it, but then we can.
I mean, send like the.
We just have the IDs.
Question. I guess we can like for now continue on with your questions, and you guys just write down what we say, and then at the end we can we can figure something out.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Fine.
I don't know.
Uh, or maybe you could send us a link or something like that to check the tuition fees of your university.
Like the one we go to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the tuition fees that were in the fall.
Okay. And what do you think? You are agree? Do you agree with the tuition free fee is not free in your university? You prefer?
You said you're saying that do we prefer tuition fee to be free?
Yeah.
Of course, of course.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want free tuition for any university?
Yeah.
Of course, like.
I
But
mean, I understand why it's not free. I understand that they need the money, but yeah, I would love for it to be free.
like
Yeah.
for like I think I heard that Stanford University they don't need to have people pay for tuition. They have enough money. Like have you heard of Stanford University?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Like, they don't need people paying for tuition, but it's just like I guess extra money. I don't know where that money goes to, but the university is really like they have money and they don't need people paying for tuition.
But I mean, like the lower down state schools probably still need it though.
Yeah.
But like the higher universities probably don't, or not as much as they're getting at least.
What do you think? What do you think? What are the consequences of the to pay the fee?
That much.
Consequences?
The only consequences I can think of is like just having less money to use for other things, like food, living costs,
Or
stuff like that.
or you can say we have to work more, I guess,
Yeah.
to have some money in our pocket or to make enough to pay for tuition. Even with financial aid, we still have to pay. I still have leftover tuition to pay for.
Yeah.
And do you think the poor people don't have the same degrees as the rich people?
I mean,
Sometimes, but there are people that have worked through that with if they've worked hard enough to get say a scholarship, or I know people that literally worked their way through college. But yeah, sometimes being a lower income is a disadvantage.
And I don't know the word maybe. Okay. And you don't think to pay the tuition fee encourage the hierarchies in the country?
I think it does a little bit. I wouldn't say it's a big deciding factor, but I'm sure it adds to that feeling of hierarchy. You get a better degree, you learn what you need to learn, and then you get a better job. That kind of maybe leads to it a little bit, but I wouldn't say it's the key deciding factor.
I think in America, like for a bachelor's degree, is like a minimum to have.
Well, for a higher level job at least.
Yes, like for a minimum. If you want to go even higher, you can go get your master's degree or like PhD or your doctor's. So it's like a minimum. Now
it's just a matter of how hard you want to work. I mean, I've had teachers tell me about how hard it is to get a doctorate.
Yeah, or
but
And the master degree in America, it's in 4 years or
But
5.
usually 2 years, I think. Two,
Yeah, but
Well,
two,
you
two
mean
things,
extra,
but
right?
like
After the bachelor's degree?
yeah, no, but I mean like you have your bachelor degree and then a master, right?
Yeah.
And the master, it's in 2 years. You said
I mean, like, I think minimum. I think the least amount of years is 2 years. I think.
okay.
Yeah, like if you get everything done like right away, yeah, it's 2 years after your bachelor's.
Yeah.
But that would literally you'd have to do the maximum amount of work all the time every semester.
And also, you have to pay financial. We don't. I don't think financial aid pays for your master's or like your graduate school. You have
Yeah,
to pay.
it only pays for undergraduate, I think.
Yeah, you have to pay that out of your pocket. So,
Yeah.
and
After bachelor's, I think you have to pay out of your pocket.
pretty expensive too.
Yeah.
But I guess the assumption is once you have your bachelor's, you're looking for that job you actually want. So they're assuming you already have the money that you need to go on and study things higher than you want, I guess.
But I think with the recession, the thing is changing
Yeah.
because you can. And I know Cornell University. You know where is that
Yeah,
university?
Cornell. Yeah.
And the people there, they don't get a better job with a master there.
Yeah.
And
Well, what it's come down to is it's not just about the degree anymore. It's a matter of what you did to get the degree, like the experience you got. So, like, if you got internships and stuff like that along the way, that's what they look
Yeah.
at too now.
Exactly.
So, like, there's two people with a master's degree. They'll look at, oh, what did they do while they were getting the master's degree? Oh, this person did more and the stuff we want. Let's hire them.
Yeah.
That's why I have a class that's teaching us how to like code data and all that stuff. So when you get to the point of getting a job, they'll be like, you can be like, oh yeah, I've done all these things before in a class. I know exactly what you want me to do.
Next question.
it's a little bit stressful, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You have to pay the fee, and
oh,
if
definitely.
you-
For me, it pulls a big stress on my parents, my mom and dad, because they have to help me pay for tuition, on top of my sister, and so it's a lot of money.
I know how it is. I get a lot of pressure because my uncle handles all the money in the family. It's like the side accounts and stuff that my grandfather put aside before dying. And I get a lot of pressure to finish school from him because the money I use for tuition comes from an account my grandfather put aside for me because I don't come from my part of the family isn't from like a high income area.
Yeah, me
So
too.
he knew we would need the money when I got to the college level.
Like for me, I already have like at least $20,000 in loans. So after I graduate college, I have to pay that, like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
$20,000.
my grandfather put away the money just to make sure I didn't go through that. So he's
Yeah.
like, loans are bad. Just don't.
Yeah.
He's like, just don't.
Well, I'm paying out of state tuition, so it's
Yeah,
way more
I
in state.
yeah, you have to pay like an extra like couple hundred per class.
It's
Yeah, it's tough doing out of state.
Yeah. I think everything is okay. We don't have more questions.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Because
Yeah, we found some information on internet before calling you. Perhaps so
Okay.
we don't have to ask this question now. But
Is there anything
yeah,
else?
we'll send you the PowerPoint.
yeah.
Is there anything else you guys want to know, or?
How is the life in California?
Oh, I love
It's
it.
not
Okay, but
It's not as glamorous as people make it out to be, but it is still pretty nice.
For me, it is. For me, it is because I'm from like Missouri. Okay, like so, like that over there is like completely different from over here. The weather in California is like the best I've ever been in. You are
it's
in.
very mild compared to the rest of the country.
You are in like warm weather.
We don't get the extremes.
Yeah, you're in like warm weather all year. So, basically, so.
Oh, except for like December through like February, I think we have cold weather a little bit.
2 months like raining
Not
season.
Compared to out east, but
yeah, but
well, it snowed last week here.
It snowed already?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, 1.5 days, but still, it was on September 22 or something like that. So that was a shock for me.
Dang.
So in September, I think a lot of people here would freak out. They'd be like, "Why is it snowing in September?" I mean, I think in my lifetime, I think it snowed like 3 times.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's like it didn't even hit the ground. Like it's snowing.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm not going to go out from my place for the next 2 months in Finland because the weather is not that good. Yeah.
How is the environment in the university?
Do you mean like the interactions and stuff with like the campus people and all that? I came from the community college level first. It's a little different. Like I was the community college, they really stress like getting through it and getting like done and stuff. At the 4-year level, they were like, no, you got to make connections. You got to enjoy your time. It was a big difference. Like it doesn't feel like work anymore. At the community college level, it feels like work.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I thought community college was easier than.
No, but I mean the values they stress, they act like it's more of a job. At the 4-year level, they're like, yeah, it's a job, but you have to enjoy it. I mean, you're here because you want to learn this, or else you wouldn't be at a 4-year university.
Let's see. There are like a lot of things you can do at our university. Like there's clubs. There's like, for example, there's like different racial clubs, like Chinese club or like Vietnamese club or even like Hispanic club or like fraternities and sororities. Have you heard know about like those two? Like I used to be in a fraternity too, but then I decided to like quit because it was a lot of money, so I decided not to do it. But it was fun for like a year or two. But we did like community service and all this kind of stuff, meet new people, connect. And it was a lot of fun.
Were you living with the other from the?
No, I wasn't. I was. I like to live in a clean place, and I can't live in a place where you wear your shoes like in the house. I have to take off my shoes. Like ever since I was little, I always took off my shoes. Like it's really dirty. I don't like to live in that kind of like a dirty environment, and.
You can come and live in Finland. They always do that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Actually, I have one of my professors. She's from Finland too. She teaches one of my classes. So.
Yeah. Well, our teacher is American.
Oh.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We exchange them.
Yeah. Not only student exchange, now we're having teacher exchanges.
Yeah. I love American people.
There's clubs here.
I'm sorry?
Chinese club or Jewish clubs. There's no clubs here.
Yeah, there are clubs, but it's a small city.
Yeah,
but there are for everyone. Yeah.
So I mean, we're used to diversity on the racial level. What's diversity like there for you guys then? Is it just like what country you're from at that point, or? Like, because we always view diversity as like different races here, because America's made of immigrants.
Yeah.
What's diversity viewed as over there then? Is it like, oh, you're from this country or this country, or like I don't know how else to word it.
I mean,
well, there are a lot of exchange students, but for the people who are living here, I don't know if there are a lot of people from other countries. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just saying, is that how it is for you guys though? like, because I understand here we're like, oh yeah, you know, you're this race or that race. I mean, do you guys have like clubs for countries instead, or?
Here no, but
Yeah,
in
maybe
France, yes.
here the race is not a big topic.
Yeah, that's why I was saying, how is it?
In North America, because the race is important, but here is everybody. Yeah, is quite different. Yeah, because everybody is from Europe.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
There are many people from
Asia,
but but it's integrated like the rest.
Yeah, it's just not a big topic for you guys.
You know.
And here is too small, and isn't maybe in Helsinki, in the capital, is different, but here is too small, and everybody is with everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are there any Asian people at that university, or
Yeah.
like I don't know, like French speaking Asian, or
No. Like, there are a lot of Asian people from Russia, actually.
oh yeah,
No, I'm from South
but
Korea.
also from China, yeah.
South Korea, China, Russia, and I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't think about that, but that kind of makes sense. Asian people from Russia, because like the border and stuff is like right there. And I didn't even think about that till now. So you brought it up.
Yeah, I don't see Norwegian people, Swedish people.
No.
Yeah,
There are a lot of French.
there's no Swedish people or Norwegian people or them or from Denmark. I don't know why, but
It just happened to be like that.
Yeah, maybe it's too close for them.
yeah.
It's not exotic enough of a trip. They're just like, they're just right next door.
Yeah, yeah.
It's probably how like we view going to Canada. It's like, oh yeah, Canada's right there. It's no big deal.
Oh, there are people from Canada here.
Why not? I'm just saying maybe that's how they view it. Like, oh, they're just next door. It wouldn't be a big thing to go to school there. Like, I've never heard of Americans being like, yeah, let's go to Canada for school. That's exotic.
everybody hates Canada and America.
Well, no, it's mixed. It's mixed. I know a few people that actually really they appreciate Canada, but yeah, on the general scale, people don't like Canada. But there are select few people that are like, yeah, Canada's fine. I think our bigger problem, well, not mine, but like our societies, is with Mexico. That's the bigger problem. Canada, they're fine. They're just like, yeah, it's Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe the language is is a problem, right?
Mexico?
The language, yeah, because
It's a language barrier, illegal immigrants, just everything. Just so many problems with Mexico sometimes. I mean, it's not like not a lot of us want to have the problems with Mexico. It's just it happens.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's a lot worse for people that live in the South. I've always lived in California, so I've never had to deal. I haven't had to deal with it on a large scale problem, especially where we live in California. It's not Southern California, so it's not a big thing for us.
Yeah. So who's Chloe? Who's Laura again? I forgot.
I'm Chloe.
You're Chloe.
Yeah.
Are you from Paris, Chloe?
Yeah.
I can tell by your accent, like your French accent.
What?
I can tell by your French accent.
Oh, because you
'Cause I
make
think-
the difference between the accents in French?
No, like just from like watching movies and stuff, like from people who speak English and like but they're French,
Yeah.
I can tell like their accent. And also,
I mean,
I took 2 years.
it's a little more subtle than like Hollywood plays it up, but yeah.
I took 2 years in French in high school, so.
Oh.
But it
I did
wasn't that good
but I
though.
don't
But I mean, I know a couple words, a couple sentences, but yeah. And
I kind of wish I had taken more of it, but I just didn't get a chance to, and now I'm too rusty for it to matter.
and then where are you from, Laura?
Spain.
Spain. Okay.
Madrid.
Yeah.
Oh, Madrid. Okay.
Are you a big soccer fan?
Say that again.
Are you a
Sorry.
big football fan? Football.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
So Barcelona? Are
Sorry,
you,
that was a cultural problem.
yeah, sorry, but yeah, different word
For
use.
us, football means an entirely different thing.
So are you like a Barcelona fan or?
No, I like soccer. Okay.
Oh, no, what are you a Barcelona
No,
fan?
no. My city is Madrid, and I prefer the
Real
Atletico
Madrid.
Madrid.
Oh, Real Madrid, or
Yeah, and but I like soccer in general. I don't.
Oh, okay.
because soccer is big in Europe. Soccer is
Really big.
football is big in Europe, so
Yeah.
compared to
I wish it
America.
was that big.
But
To America.
in the US, it's changing.
Yeah, it's starting to get more popular here, but it still has a little ways to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the teams are mixed, right?
Yeah. I mean,
You can play with women and
oh no,
men.
no,
The same team.
there's like they have like a women's league and have like a men's league.
Yeah, but
They
I was in Ithaca, in Ithaca, New York,
uh-huh.
and the teams were mixed, and you could play with women and men in the same team.
I know that.
And someone told me in Washington D.C. is the same. And
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
yeah,
This is capital.
yeah,
You're gonna stress equality.
yeah, and many places in the U.S. I think it's.
It probably just hasn't hit like the big like normality popular leagues yet. Is probably what it is. Probably hasn't like we'll probably know once it spreads more like countrywide. That's why we don't know.
Yeah.
That's also kind of back east. It's not as. I mean, if it was local, we would have known. You don't hear a lot about football in the news. Well, your football.
Is that anything else or
No, that's it.
that's good? I think because we also have questions to ask too for you guys.
Oh, sure.
So
Yeah.
I already got one of mine out of the way sneakily, but
or just like couple like few questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can go ahead, Aaron, if you want first.
No, I already asked one technically. Go ahead.
Okay. Let's see.
Find your first perfect question. I mean, while you look, I guess I can ask one. Okay, there are jobs over here that get de-skilled a lot. De-skilling is a process of making a job really easy so anyone can do it. Have you ever experienced that over there? Have you seen that happening?
Where?
I said they de-skill jobs over here sometimes so anyone can do it, so they can get anyone to do the job. They de-skill it, they make it easier. Have you ever experienced or seen that over there? I want to know if it's an American phenomenon. Like, have you ever seen like a job made easier, like through like technology, or like they make the process kind of mundane or easier? Have you ever seen that done with a job before?
Like a very easy job. Like.
But I'm not sure what you mean, but
like the skill level is really low. Like.
Yeah, like say before you need a specialist to do it, but then they're like, oh, well, you can just use this table instead, and then this has all the information you needed to know on it already, instead of actually knowing the information by heart.
No?
We are lost.
I guess maybe it is a.
Okay, what is the question?
Okay. I asked if you have ever experienced de-skilling. De-skilling is a process in which the person in charge makes the job easier. So instead of hiring specialists that cost more, they can hire everyday workers that cost less.
Oh, didn't know this process.
I'm just saying, have you ever noticed that? Is that just a phenomenon over here, or?
No, not a phenomenon. I think in Spain there is the same phenomenon. But
so
you mean about poor workers or something like that?
Well, kind of like they're making the job easier so they can hire like lower down workers.
Like
so
anyone.
like they're saving costs.
Anyone can work there.
Yeah, it's the same in Spain right now.
Okay.
Do you guys both work currently?
Work
In a job, like a part-time job? No.
Yeah, I miss my work in Spain to come here.
Oh, okay. So you just fully concentrate on school right now. Focus on school. Okay.
Yeah. Are you working?
I am working.
I'm not. I wish I had a job.
I'm working.
Like I like to have a little money extra on the side to spend. Is the issue.
Okay.
All my money goes to school, and I usually have nothing left.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm working though. So.
What is your job?
I'm currently working at a sushi restaurant.
Okay.
So.
Not a bad job.
Make some. I mean, I can make pretty good money over there. That helps pay for my tuition. So.
Yeah.
Oh, what is it exactly the name you told us? This skill work.
De-skill. Yeah, de-skilling.
De-skilling. Okay. Wow. If you have article about that, please send me. I'm interested in that.
Okay. All right.
Alex, do you have a question?
Yeah. Okay. So, what different cultures have you experienced at your university?
Oh, yeah.
Since you guys are all like, a lot of people are from different countries. So, have you experienced different cultures from them, or?
Class, for example, in France, it's more like you're passive in class. You are listening to the teacher and sometimes participating. But here it's more group things, like making groups, teams, and like for example, the Skype, it's an active thing, or we are doing a project together, and it's more like you are more doing homeworks, like essays or things like that. And in France, it's more exams. Sorry. Exams, you have to learn something by heart, and then you have to write it during the exam.
It's interesting because that's the variety I'm used to in just my classes normally. Yeah. So seeing that difference is like, wow, that's a country difference, but we have both of those. Like, I've had classes like either of those experiences. It's weird. So I'm used to that being the norm, and then you're like, oh no, it's all like that, and like.
Yeah. Well, in France we also have homeworks to do, like essays, dissertation.
Yeah. But you're saying it's more concentrated on the tests.
Yeah.
The exams.
It's the biggest percentage of the grade of the final.
See, for what I'm used to is it's usually the other way around. The tests are usually worth less, and then like the big like projects are the ones usually worth a lot of points, like proving that you know the process and stuff. Like presenting your data and like, oh, I did this, this, and this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, here is more participative process.
Yeah.
And you can exchange your classmates. Your culture and
yeah. But I think it's better because, well, I have a auditory understanding and remember. That's how I remember things. So, and also by being active. So I think it's a better way to learn because you're doing the thing, not learning it by heart, and then you just have to write it back, and then you forget.
Yeah, because by participating, your brain's more active.
Yeah.
And it just registers better.
Yeah, I think it's.
Let's see.
Okay, I got one. Okay, in our class, because we were talking about relationships that people have, and there's something called a blended relationship. It means because you know how you have friends and you tell them everything, right?
Yeah.
But then there are sometimes when you have to keep a secret for them for their own good. I'm just saying, how do you feel about it? Like you're like a relationship is one way, one moment, and like but work has come into factor. I can't tell them about that because it would hurt their feelings or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think that's a good thing that people do that, or do you think people should be completely honest in their relationships?
It depends.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, is that? Do you think that process is bad or good? Like for us as people, how do you think it affects us? Like the person doing the blended relationship, like the one lying, or do you think it affects us negatively, not the person you're telling the lie to, for example?
Maybe
Do you think it?
cannot lie, but just not saying anything.
Okay.
So you don't like hurt the people, but
But you're not specifically lying.
What?
But you're not specifically lying.
Yeah.
You didn't say anything.
Yeah.
I think that's a good way to balance it.
But if it's really important, you have to tell the person. Like, I don't have examples, but yeah, if it depends on the person's life, yeah.
Okay. I have a question. So,
Okay.
how do you define surveillance? And have you ever experienced it? Surveillance.
Like people say
people,
in the workplace, be a manager watching you to make sure you're doing what you're doing, or like video cameras and such.
Or like any other organization, or even I guess in the classroom too, like professor watching over you, or making sure you're doing what you're supposed to do.
Well, I don't like that. But if there are cameras, I think it's an intrusion in intimacy.
Mm-hmm.
But in class, well, camera, in class or at work, but if the teacher, for example, is watching you, I guess that's normal because you're in his class. So you have to be concentrated. So I don't, yeah.
Have you experienced it?
Situational.
Have you experienced it out of the classroom before? Like,
What?
have you experienced it other than in the classroom before, like, or anywhere else?
No.
Yeah, I used to have a work with a camera inside the
How do you feel about that?
inside the office, like Big Brother. Your boss. Love.
I guess for us, it's become kind of a norm. That's why we don't think about it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Spain, you have to tell to your workers if you have a camera inside the company. It's by law. But I think it's I don't like it.
It's intrusive.
Intrusive and it's like you have lost the confidence.
You have no confidence in your workers.
You don't trust them. Do you guys know what a reality shock is?
Reality shock?
Reality shock.
Shock.
Like,
like
something that happens and like, oh, like, wow, like.
Say you're used to doing something one way, and then like you go say you work at one place, and you're used to the way you do it, something at that job, and then you go to a new job, and then you realize, oh, I have to do it this way now because you find yourself doing it the old way.
So
have you ever experienced that?
No. Yeah, it's like reality is
or not even that, like maybe something you didn't realize before, like, and you realize it now, and like
you were doing it subconsciously, and you're like, oh,
like, so you're just
I've been doing this the entire
time. Surprised, or like you're like, oh.
Yeah, but say that again. The question.
Have you ever experienced it, like reality shock?
Yeah, I think everybody has experienced that, right? I think.
Yeah. So what you like?
Yeah, but it's like a deja vu, something like that. Yeah. But I don't remember a situation.
You just remember a feeling, maybe?
Yeah. I don't remember a situation, but the feeling, I think it made me happy sometimes.
It's a good realization, maybe.
Yeah.
I know over here with like professors and sometimes bosses, you like they're it's a very casual relationship, like emailing and stuff like that. How is it over there when like you have to talk to a professor? How do you get a hold of them? Like people higher up than you, so supposedly. Like do you like
How do you contact them?
email them?
How do you contact your professors?
By email.
Yeah. Is it like is there a specific way you do it? Does it have to be like all formal, or can you just ask the question?
No.
It depends. Well, in France, you have to be formal with
Okay.
French teachers, but I used also to have a Spanish and English American teacher, and then it was informal. Like not informal, but you can call them by their first name or be direct instead of when you talk to a French teacher, for example, or something. Someone that is, uh, well, teacher.
So you're saying situation.
Yeah.
Situation. Okay.
Yeah, here is very, the teachers are very friendly.
Yeah, friendly, yeah.
Yeah. In Spain is like in France, because the university is so hierarchical, and if you talk with a professor, maybe you need a very formal communication with him. But here is very
For the same.
yeah.
How is it in California?
It actually varies depending on the teacher. Some teachers want you to be completely formal with them. Some of them are completely okay with you being casual. It literally is it's literally their preference.
And some professors even like they'll be okay to call, like you can call them too by telephone.
Yeah, but then there are some teachers that are like, no, you have to call me doctor, whatever, and you have to send me formal email. It literally matters from the professor.
Yeah.
It's a complete variety. You literally have to go the first day and be like, okay, which kind are they? I need to know now. So if I have a problem, I can contact them.
Yeah, you can the doors open every day with the teacher or with the professor, because here everybody say teacher, and I know in the US everybody say the professor.
Yeah. We usually say that like when we go to college or to like university. But back in like high school or like middle school, we always say teacher.
Yeah.
So
pretty much teacher up till college, and then it's professor because they earned their degree. You give them respect.
Yeah, here you have to use teacher in everywhere in the university.
That's fine though. It's the same concept.
Mm.
So do you guys have like a website where it shows like teachers' ratings and like reviews and stuff?
Because over here we have something like that for our college system. Because
like every
people
time
want to literally know if you want to take a professor or not ahead of time.
Like every time
waste their time.
we choose our classes, like usually we look up the professor's name and see like the rating, like I don't know the easiness or like something like that. Like what people usually like write out like comments on the teacher, like saying, "Oh, this teacher's like he gives out really bad, lectures and like the homework is really hard and like." And then,
I don't do it that often, but I know a lot of people that do it that way. They like literally go down the list. I need the best professor possible. For me, it's like, did they get at least a 3-star? Okay, they're fine. As long as they're not getting like literally the lowest score possible, it should be fine.
Really?
Do you guys have something like that or?
No.
Or is it more like word of mouth over there? Do you do you ask a friend like, hey, have you taken him before, or her?
No, never.
Oh, you just
so you
sign up for your classes.
You don't care. You just sign up for your classes and expect for the best. I see.
I mean, that's the way it should go, but it's not how it happens now here, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like the fact that people do it. I'm not saying it's a good thing to do. It's just that's the reality of the situation now. People literally just want to have the best classes possible. And that's why some teachers have very small classes.
And
So like,
a lot of students also like want the easy way out too. They choose like the easy professors.
well,
Mostly.
I have done that, but only on classes I don't like. They're not for my subject, like like general ed stuff. I'll do it for that. But if it's a class I need for my degree, I always make sure to take a teacher that's not easy. So I want to learn. I don't want to just get through it and not learn anyway.
I mean, I guess
That's
some people also say like, oh, this professor is also he teaches really well too, but
yeah, like I like classes like that where it's like he's really good, but he's really hard. Like I hear that and I'm like I get excited. Like yeah, that class is gonna be great because I'm gonna actually work at what I'm going at and I'm gonna learn.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we don't have many options,
I see.
and
Difference.
we don't have many classes.
Yeah, and we don't have the choice for the teacher either. So.
Oh, that is a giant difference.
Yeah.
Have you don't choose your teacher.
Yeah.
Though,
Too small.
Yeah.
though to be fair, I would actually prefer that. Just I think knowing ahead of time kind of bothers me sometimes, especially if I see a bad review about them, because then I'll be dreading the first day.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been happily surprised before. I'm not saying that it always is. It's not always accurate the ratings, but like it's a psychological thing, I guess. Like I see the bad rating, I'm like, oh no, what have I done to myself?
And how old are you?
I'm 24.
I'm 23.
Okay. Oh.
And you guys are.
I'm 21.
Wow. Yeah, so small. I'm 37.
It's not that it's you. It's I've seen a variety of ages at the college level. So
I've seen I think a 70 or 65-year-old lady in one of my classes before. Yeah.
So it's
And
age is not surprising.
there's a lot of like old people that go back to school and try to get their degree again.
And for a variety of reasons, like I've seen people go back because of their job. I've seen people go back because like they just want to better themselves.
People just want to. Some people.
It's a very big variety.
I talked to some of them. They just want to go back just to like learn something new before
Oh yeah. Here there are many people with children, with kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the university?
Yeah. Yeah, and everybody in my class, everybody has the same age like me. Because there are many people who is working, and everybody has a family here.
There's also students like that over here too.
Yeah.
Because I am a degree student, a master degree student, and in Spain it's the same. If you are, it's similar, but it depends on the master degree.
How high is the technology reliance in your classes? Is a lot of stuff online, or do they? Oh, really?
Yeah, there is a website for the university and where we can see like documents for a course.
Is there some place where the teachers have you like submit your work and stuff, or do you hand that in physically still?
Yeah, well, we have to go to classes and they tell us what we have to do, but then they are putting it on the website and we can see the full instructions and added information.
In my master degree, there are 2 classes with people outside the country, in Poland and Austria, and I don't remember what else. But the classes are recording, and by internet,
Oh, okay. So you're like interacting with them online while you do the work and stuff.
yeah, online, and we are recording at the same time. If you can watch later or from your house.
I've done a couple assignments sort of like that because we have a website over here that like you can work simultaneously with someone on the same like document, like in real time.
Yeah,
I've done a couple assignments like that.
Have you heard of it? Yeah, it's called. I think it's called Google. It's called Google Docs.
Yeah, there have been a couple times where it's like I didn't know about it until I got to the 4-year level, and I was just so like blown away by the concept of working simultaneously with someone else. Like I'm used to like oh, I finished the thing here, and then they edit it and then give it back, and then I got to the point where it's like we're working on it at the same time.
Yeah, you guys could use that too. It's pretty beneficial. It's called.
Well, if you're working on like a project or something.
Yeah, it's called Google Docs.
Well, I think I will have an exam like that. No problem. You have more questions?
Thank you. Is there any more I want to ask? We can see ahead of time they had us make the questions, and I'm trying to figure out any of the ones I actually want to know the answers to. Or that we haven't covered, like, by accident. There's a few we did, like, just talking.
Yeah. No, I have friends over there who are in the library. They're teaching. No, they aren't actually.
I guess I got that. I know over here it's a hot issue with equality of gender. Are the genders pretty equal over there? Like, are men and women treated equally, or?
Finland, yes.
Okay. Because I know it's a really hot topic over here for some reason.
Yeah.
In Spain, it's a hot topic.
Oh, is it?
One friend. That's you.
Yeah, you can get a weight to give a birth, and if you are father, you can get another weight to take care of your child, and I think the women here are inside the economy from the beginning of the century. In Spain, it's different because the women are in the economy from 30 years ago. But here, yeah, the democracy and everything is old. It's not like in the Spain. Yeah, in the Spain, democracy is only has 30 years. Mm-hmm. But I think here the quality is quite good.
Oh, I have one more question. Have you guys ever experienced like racism?
Is that even a thing over there?
Yeah.
Sexism, yeah. Racism, no.
Okay.
That's good.
I guess that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are white. Yeah. But maybe when I was in the US, I don't know if racism because I'm white.
Yeah.
Because my accent is different. But sometimes I felt like a kind of racism.
Because of the accent.
I kind of know what you mean. I've seen it, but it's not. I would. I don't know how to refer to it. 'Cause it's not really racism at that point. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Well, it depends on the situation.
Yeah, it kind of is, but yeah, I know what you mean though. I've seen it happen with exchange students sometimes. Like it's not. I wouldn't say it's as bad as racism, but yeah, it's kind of there. It's kind of some in the middle gray area. It's kind of not, kind of is, but kind of isn't. But I know what you mean.
I have an uncle. My uncle is Afro American,
Mm-hmm.
and he lives in South Carolina.
Oh.
And but he talks amazing things about the U.S. But he's black. But in the other side, I have a cousin because okay, my uncle has a daughter, my cousin. But she feels the South Carolina is a little bit racist.
It's towards like that, yeah.
Yeah, my cousin is not black. Is in the middle. Okay,
Yeah.
but my aunt is white. Okay, and
I mean, even with the states, it varies. Even depending on what city you're in.
Yeah.
Well, at least that's what I've heard. I've never experienced like heavy, super bad racism before.
I have
But
and where I used to come from, like in my high school, like the white kids used to always like say like bad words and stuff to like the black kids. And, like whenever like fights broke out in like high school, like it usually be like between like a white kid and a black kid over there.
Well, in France, it's that too. But most of the time, French, white to black meaning together. What a great scene.
is that anything else?
I think that I'm good with questions. I'm good with questions. Yeah.
It was an interesting talk. I liked it. It's nice to talk to someone outside the U.S. for once.
So I guess
Get a different view of the world.
we can help you guys with your presentation, or
You said you need us to look over the PowerPoint or whatever.
or help develop it, or
Well, if you have any more questions,
yeah,
Of course.
and I'm gonna send you the presentation.
we'll finish it.
when 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 we finish the presentation, the PowerPoint and the structure or something like that, and okay, you receive an email.
okay.
Okay,
When is it due? When is your presentation, or what like?
I think in a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. That's a lot of time.
It's not
How many classes are you guys taking like this semester? How many classes are you guys taking?
In the whole semester, I had 6, but I finished one yesterday, and I will finish another one tomorrow. So I will have 4 more.
Wait,
How many do you have?
I have 4 classes.
Okay.
I have 3, but they're worth a little more maybe.
Well,
Yeah.
that's cool because in France last year I had 14 classes.
What? 4?
Yeah.
Because
Or
wait,
14?
Alex, they may be on the yearly system though.
No, just whole semester.
Semester?
Oh, just one semester.
For
Yeah.
14?
Oh, some of your classes are just short then.
What?
Like, are some of your classes just short then? Like a couple weeks or something?
No, I had those classes every week, but it's not like here. My class of today and tomorrow it's from 9 to 4. So, but long day. But in France, it's more like 1 or 2 hours a class.
Oh, okay.
But every week, so yeah. So last year I had like 23 hours of class per week.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Dang.
More, I think.
9 to 4. That's a long class.
Yeah, I have another class from 4 to 8 p.m.
I think the,
4-hour class.
the longest class I've taken is like a 3-hour class. That's
Oh, really?
yeah.
Like at the community college level, there's like night classes there, like from like 6 to 9 or 10.
Yeah.
That's like the only time I've ever experienced something like that. But that class only meets once a week.
Yeah, once a week.
So.
Is there like a restriction on how many classes you guys can take at your university? No.
That's probably the difference. Here, there's actually a restriction.
Yeah.
Because they want everyone to get classes. So they're like, you can only take this many units, so other people have a chance to get the classes. If not, there'd be like this one guy that would have all the classes. You can imagine that. Like, I'm in every class.
Yeah. Well, no, here I don't think.
So you can take as many classes as you want.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
took the 6 I had to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I mean, I wouldn't take like all the classes all the time.
Well, yeah.
I mean, there have been times where I'm like, I can't go over this limit, but I need one more class. That kind of thing. I just wish there was people. I mean, we can get extensions on our units. I mean, we can petition for an extra class, but
That's still like 50% too. So it might not
it's just
happen.
too much work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything?
Okay, I think the university
will
is
close.
closing.
Oh,
Yeah,
is it? Okay.
That's fine.
Sorry, but we don't want to live here and sleep. And I have to say bye bye.
Okay.
It was a good talk.
Yeah.
You guys have a good night and stuff.
Yeah, let us know if you have more
Okay,
question
yeah.
or another thing or
Of course.
whatever.
Same. If you have any more questions for the project, just ask.
You guys have a Facebook?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I'll.
Well, my name is my name on the mail.
Yeah, and my name is no,
It's not.
it's the same like in Skype, Clara.
Okay.
Okay. I'll try to find you guys.
Okay.
All right. Good night. Bye bye.
Good day.
Yeah. Have a good day.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Bye bye.